the Christmas story, there are two groups of angels in the Christmas story. Now, and the two groups of angels in the Christmas story were this group. They were angels who were showing up, who were showing forth and ministering to people, relating to them the message and the plan of Christmas. So I call those angels the angels before Christmas. And there are other category of angels who also showed up during the time of Christmas. That was when Jesus was born and was in the manger and other things. So there were two manifestations, or two separate manifestations of angels. The first one were the angels who were at work and ministering and showing forth the story of Christmas and bringing people the awareness that God is now into business of doing something for humanity. And we see those ones who also showed up when Jesus had been born and the Christmas story had become a reality. There were angels there who were there to celebrate. Now let me give you two lessons here, which means in preparation for your miracle this year, there are angels who are supposed to minister to you so that your miracle will come to pass. There are angels God has assigned to come alongside your miracle even before your miracle comes to pass. And that is a word to you, for you to know that it doesn't matter how many demons will come and pursue against your destiny. Sometimes some people act like as if they are the only people who have witches and demons in their home and in their families. But let me tell you, it doesn't matter the volume of demonic infestation in your family house. One angel of Jehovah alongside your miracle will bring a total victory unto you in Jesus' name. So if the demons in your mother's house, father's house, at your work and in the city that you live in should all gather together and come and set their conference at your doorpost, when the day of your miracles should come, an angel of the Lord will come with the miracle, and they can never do anything, for God will send an angel on your behalf. As we celebrate Christmas, I want you to know that there are angels of God that are assigned to your miracles. Now that is what I want you to know. So let's see some of the angels before Christmas. I want to give you three. The first angel I want us to look at, the angel story I want us to look at in the Christmas story, is the one in Luke chapter 1 verse number 8 to 14. Luke chapter 1 verse 8 to 14. Now, when you read, for time's sake, I will tell you the story there. When you read that passage, it talks about Elizabeth and Zachariah, which I spoke about on Monday. Elizabeth and Zachariah, Bible says they were blameless and were righteous people before God. They were obeying all the commandments of God. Yet Elizabeth had no child. But this thing did not prevent the husband Zachariah and Elizabeth from serving God. And Bible says Zachariah was always serving God faithfully as a priest. So when you read Luke chapter 1 verse 8 to 14, Bible says that when it came to Zachariah's time to offer sacrifice and incense in the tabernacle or in the temple, he went there faithfully, even after so many years of waiting for a miracle or for a baby. He was still serving, and the man has grown old, yet he was still serving in the tabernacle. So he went into the tabernacle to offer incense. And Bible says, whilst he was offering incense, let me read that passage of Luke chapter 1. Let me read verse number 13 and 14 for you for time's sake. 13 and 14 says that, but the angel said to him, do not be afraid, Zacharias, for your prayer is heard, and your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you shall call his name John. Verse number 14, and you will have joy and gladness, and many will rejoice at his birth. Now, take note of the verse 13 and 14. Bible says, the angel appeared while Zacharias was still offering sacrifice. The angel appeared and gave this man this message of hope, that your wife Elizabeth will bring forth a son, and you call his name John. And verse number 14 says that you will have joy, and you will have gladness, and not only you, but many will rejoice at his birth. As I speak to you right now, let me prophesy over you that when your miracle comes, may you receive joy in this season of Christmas, and may you receive gladness, may you receive joy, and may everybody rejoice with you, for your miracle will come upon you, and people in your neighborhood, people at your work, people you've been meeting every day, thinking that nothing good is going to come out of you, will begin to rejoice with you because they will see the hand of God. So the first angel we see in the story before Christmas is the angel Gabriel, who appeared to Zechariah. And let me give you the little background for time's sake. Zechariah's time was a time of about 400 years. Listen, in between the period of the book of Malachi and the book of Matthew, which is the New Testament, there was a period of 400 years, which was a silent year. The years were silent. The people of Israel, the Jews, were not hearing from God. They were not receiving prophetic messages. They were not receiving prophetic directions. Nobody could hear from God. So they thought God has forgotten them and has forsaken them. And it was around this season that the angel showed up unto Zechariah to tell him that he was going to receive joy and gladness. Maybe this whole year it's been to you like a 400 years because you've waited so long for the miracle and nothing has been coming. But I want you to know that this time an angel of God is going to bring you a message of joy. It's going to break the silence in your life. It's going to break the dark season in your life. It's going to break the dark time in your life and will give you a season of joy and gladness. This Christmas, there's going to be an angelic visitation in your home. I want you